Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's video we will see what is the DHCP replication and how we can configure the DHCP replication. So in your organization, if you have a primary domain controller, only single domain controller which is running the DHCP services. If that domain controller is down, then your client machines will not be able to get any IP addresses. So we will have another domain controller, could be a additional domain controller or a member server, and we will make that another additional domain controller as a DHCP replication server. So in our scenario today, we will have a domain controller and additional domain controller. So before we go to our actual topic, please subscribe to the channel. So in our scenario, we will have a additional domain controller and a primary domain controller. So our DHCP service are now running on domain controller, and we will configure additional domain controller as a replication of DHCP server. So while configuring the DHCP server, we have two options. One as a standby. In the standby mode, your primary domain controller will act to distribute the IP addresses to the client machines. When your primary domain controller is down, then your member server or additional domain controller will act uh, as a DHCP server to release the IP addresses. So let's go to our domain controller. This is our domain controller, and we have already configured a DHCP server. In my previous videos, you can see how we can configure the DHCP server. So here you have our one scope configured as 10.1.11 subnet. So let's go to our additional domain controller. In order to let's log in. So in order to configure as a DHCP replication here we need to have a DHCP service installed. So if you click on tools, you can see there is no DHCP service installed. So let's first install the DHCP service. Manage, add roles and features, click on next, click on next, click on next, and here you will select DHCP server. Add features, click next, next, and again click next and install. So the installation is succeeded. Let's close. Let's check if the service has been installed. So let's finish the configuration here. Complete DHCP configuration. Next, commit, done, close. Okay, now here tools, DHCP. So if you see here, there is no scopes created here because this is just now we have installed this service. Now let's go back to our domain controller and try to create the DHCP replication. So this is my DHCP console open. So right click the option IPv4 and click on configure failover. Click on next. So here you need to add a server. So add server and click on browse, and my server name is ADC, additional domain controller. So I click on OK and I will click on next. create a new failover relationship. So this is a relationship name. If you want, you can also change. Here you need to select the mode. You want it as a load balancing or hot standby. So here I will choose as a hot standby because I want uh, to be additional domain controller as a standby DHCP. So I will reserve the IP addresses to 10%. And I will uncheck this message, enable message authentication, and then I'll click next. And this is the scope that is going to replicate. So I will click on finish. So all successful. Configure failover is successful. Click OK. Now just refresh. Now let's go to our additional domain controller to check if the replication is available here. Just refresh. If you see here, the scope is available now. So now whenever our primary domain controller is down, then this additional domain controller will also act as a DHCP server. So I hope you understand how we can configure the DHCP failover. So in our next video, we will see what is a DFS and how we can configure the distributed file resource options. So stay tuned for my upcoming videos, and please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe my channel. Thank you.